Hello and welcome. You are watching Don Bosco Media Network. This is Deepika Lingdo bringing to you the Salesian news across the globe. With deep sadness in the heart, but with the certainty of faith in the resurrection, the Salesians of Venezuela announced that on Friday 16th April, due to COVID-19, Don Bruno Macero, 81 years old, already inspector in the years between 1996 and 2002, and Luigi Verdecchia, 78 years old, died. Both Salesians born in Italy had been present in the country for more than 55 years and had recently celebrated their 50th anniversary of the priesthood. On the same days, and again due to COVID-19, the province of Peru also announced the departure of Don Yul Soto, 55 years old, delegate for missionary animation. While we thank God for their lives and their apostolic ministries, let us pray for the eternal rest of their souls, said the Salesians of Venezuela. We thank you, good Father, for the gift you gave to the Salesian Peru with this dear brother, Father Yul Soto. His missionary role, his Salesian passion, his closeness and fraternity will surely bear fruit in many hearts that have known him, said confreres from Peru. On Friday morning, 16th April 2021, Father Johannes Boede Sorjonoto, Provincial Economer, and Father Paulus Angara Rarasta, Provincial Delegate for Youth Ministry, finished their 5-day exploration in the Diocese of Ruteng. The area of the diocese occupies the west part of Flores Island. The island itself is part of East Nusa Tenggara Province of Indonesia, whose eastern part was hit by cyclone and flash floods recently. The trip is a follow-up to the invitation of the Bishop Monzio Ciprianos Hormat for SDB Indonesia to open a work in the diocese. They visited 5 potential locations offered for SDB and listened to the presentation and inputs from the Pastoral Center Youth Ministry and the clergy of the diocese to discern together what kind of work and where is the place for the Salesian to start working in the diocese, to answer the need of the local church with the contribution of the Salesian charism and mission for the young people in particular. The process ended with a personal meeting with the bishop. When I have completed my training, I will be able to buy clothes and lotion for the body, and this will help me fight my growth. This is what says one of the mother girls of Rango in southern Rwanda, Hui district, who, with the help of the Salesians of Don Bosco, has received the opportunity to education and vocational training. The reception and training project for single mothers was introduced in 2013 with the aim of helping these young women to emerge from the isolation and try through human and personal training to integrate them into society. To all of them, the Salesians of Rango offered tailoring lessons. I came here to study after discovering that I had no other way nor any other place to do so. I gave birth at a young age, but luckily this priest came to tell me to come and study here. Then he also agreed to pay for the courses. I accepted because I needed some skills to have a better tomorrow, says Chantal, one of the mother girls. On April 15, students from Don Bosco educational projects in Innerdale, Johannesburg, took part in a debate on apartheid policy and its effects on South African society. The aim of the debate was to help students develop critical thinking skills and express their opinions while respecting those of others. The Salesian House, San Miguel of La Plata, in compliance with the biosecurity measures adopted by the national government, is carrying out its activities in a virtual way. Sunday masses are broadcast on the Facebook pages of the parish San Juan Bosco and the Colegio San Miguel. At the same time, the preparation of food bags and the delivery to the needy at the parish continue, as well as the preparation of meals in the community kitchens of the speakers Sagrado Corazon and Nino Jesus. As part of the extraordinary visit that he is carrying out in the province of Portugal on behalf of the Rector Major, Father Gildacio Mendes, General Counsellor for Social Communication, visited the Salesian presence of Evora. From 10th to 15 April, he met the Salesian community, the laity involved in the Salesian mission, the representatives of the Salesian family groups, and the apostolic movements of the school and the parish. Particularly warm was the good morning that Don Mendes gave to students of the various educational cycles, captivating them with stories, his songs, and life advice. In his concluding message, the General Council offered words of encouragement. youth Salesians of this community have grown up in the commitment to be a people of God, consecrated for the Salesian mission at the service of young people. Continue to live the Salesian spirituality rooted in the Damihi Animas Koeratol. The new report on religious freedom in the world, produced by the Pontifical Foundation Aid to the Suffering Church ACS, and now in its 15th edition, was published on 20th April 2021. The report shows that in one of the 3 countries there are serious violations of religious freedoms. The right to religious freedom was not respected in 62 of the 196 sovereign countries, 31.6% of in the total. In the 2-year period 2018 to 2020, in 42% of African nations, there have been violations of religious freedom. In 42 countries, 21% of the total, abandoning or changing one's religion can have serious legal or social consequences. The impact of the COVID-19 pandemic in some countries, humanitarian aid has been denied to religious minorities. The pandemic has been used as a pretext to stigmatize some religious groups accused of spreading or even causing the pandemic. The Salesian Missions INC, Mission Prosecutor's Office in New Rochelle, in collaboration with the Committee of NGOs for Development Finance, has once again given visibility and voice to those working in the field to achieve a fairer world. It did so last Thursday, 15 April, as part of an event on the sidelines of the United Nations Forum on Financing for Development 2021, FDF 2021, during which the results of research conducted in 7 countries on the state of social protection, financial and digital inclusion, and economic initiatives for the climate before and during the COVID-19 pandemic were illustrated, and the request of the different local communities based on these issues. The investigation is initiated by the analysis of the Addis Ababa Action Agenda and the Paris Agreement, the commitments made in those circumstances and their translation and implementation on the ground. The investigation of these documents revealed that while they talked about important commitments on social protection, financial inclusion and climate finance, there was a lack of enforcement mechanism or benchmarks that could ensure that these commitments resulted in substantial change for those communities that need it most, which are often precisely those communities where the committee's NGOs work. The research, disseminated through partner NGO in 7 countries, India, Nepal, Philippines, Haiti, Mexico, Senegal, and Kenya, measured access to key services in the category of social protection, financial and digital inclusion, and climate finance, and how access to these services was affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. The party was animated by Bridget Costello, a Salesian cooperator working for almost 3 years as a missionary with the Irish traveller community in Fort Worth, TX, and Orlando, FL. She coordinates retreats, pilgrimages, and weekly youth programs within the community, bringing Salesian joy, optimism, hope for a better future that dates to beg the question, who says you can't be a saint? With the participation of teachers and administrators of the Salesian University of Bolivia, USB, on April 1st, it was possible to send supplies to the Rehabilitation Center of Malnourished Children who are in the population of San Carlos, Santa Cruz, and for the purpose of promoting the values of solidarity and social sensitivity of the USB student community. Some of the inputs volunteers carried were milk powder, nutritional supplements, medicines, diapers, washcloths, staff biosecurity materials, and latex paint for the maintenance of their facilities. We move hope. It could summarize the feelings that led to seeing and receiving so much affection, discretion, and generosity from all of the members of the university academic community, the ING said. Rodrigo Coleg, Coordinator of Pastoral Area Sub-Headquarters Cochabamba, Father Luis Crocopsi, Malnourished Children's Rehabilitation Center, is located in San Carlos Parish and is led by the Sisters of Providence. These religious women serve children with scarce resources from the different communities near San Carlos and Norte Cruceno. Their work is based on the care and recovery of severe malnutrition cases. They also promote the training of parents, especially mothers, to improve the care and upbringing of their children. The plastic arts and poetry are united in the exhibition of works done by the students of Salesiano, the Murube Exhibition Hall hosts during this week until April 24th. A sample in which plastic arts and poetry are shaking hands thanks to the works that the 3rd ESO students from the school Salesian from Rota have performed in classes. These are illustrations that the students themselves have made of poems proposed to them in class, resulting in a very enriching activity for the participants, framed in the celebration of Book Day, commemorating every April 23rd. Well, dear viewers, that is all we have for you today. Until we meet again, thank you for watching.